Let me complete. Assalamu alaikum. Army Public School and College Khanewal. It's class 10, subject biology. Chapter number 12, coordination and control. And the topic is endocrine system. Today we will see the rest of the glands other than the pituitary. This is thyroid glands. You can see that this gland is present. It is just like the butterfly shape, and it is present in the neck region. This is the trachea, and behind, above it, this is the thyroid glands. So it's whole structure of thyroid glands which are present in the region of your neck. Okay, class. Anatomy of the thyroid glands. That what are the thyroid glands? The thyroid glands is situated in the neck in front of the larynx and trachea. You can see here these are the thyroid glands, and this is in front of trachea and larynx. It weighs about 25 grams. It's look like butterfly in shape, consisting of two lobes. Fine. The lobes are joined by a narrow isthmus. This is the narrow isthmus. Fine. It is joining its two lobes. This is the thyroid cartilage. This is the lobe of thyroid gland, and this is the other lobe of thyroid gland. And this point is holding in them. It is about the anatomy of thyroid glands, that it is present above the larynx and trachea. Okay. Let me tell you one thing more about it, that these glands, the thyroid glands that are present in your neck region, they produce a hormone, and that hormone is known as the thyroxine. What is the hormone name? Thyroxine, which is produced by these thyroid glands. Iodine is required for this hormone. Like if you are having these thyroid glands and you are eating a good portion of iodine, like you are taking salt-rich food, then it's mean you are getting the iodine. That iodine helps your thyroid glands to produce thyroxine. So the thyroxine is a hormone which is produced by these glands. They are the thyroid glands. So what is responsible to produce thyroxine by thyroid glands? That is the iodine. And iodine, you know that your salt consists of iodine, a good portion of iodine. It means salt-rich food give a production of a hormone known as the thyroxine, which is produced by these thyroid glands. What happened? Let me tell you about that. Goiter. Here is a disease of thyroid glands. You can see here, these are the neck thyroid glands, and they are swollen here. And it is this is known as a disease, goiter. Enlargement of the thyroid glands is called goiter, and when it happened when iodine deficiency is there. Like if you are eating a food which is less with iodine, it's mean that your thyroid glands are not producing the thyroxine. That is why it is causing a disease here known as the goiter. What happened in this disease? Swelling in the neck, breathing difficulties, cough, hoarseness, swelling difficulties. This all happens in the goiter. Next is disease continues, hypothyroidism. If we say that the thyroxine, hypo mean less, thyroidism mean thyroid gland. If we say that thyroxine is producing in less amount, right? If the thyroxine is producing in less amount, it is known as the hypothyroidism. Fine. What happened in it? Hypothyroidism is caused by the underproduction of thyroxine, in which the less production of thyroxine takes place. What happened in this disease, in hypothyroidism, where there is less thyroxine production? It characterized by low energy production in body and showing down of heartbeat. Means your body is not producing the energy, and it also slowing down the heartbeat. You can say that hypothyroidism also caused the goiter, puffiness of face with periorbital swelling. These are the periorbital amygdala, and this is a swelled area, loss of scalp hairs, ptosis, dropping of upper eyelid, right? dry, thickened, rough and yellow skin. Beside this, slowing down of the heartbeat, these all take place when the thyroxine production is less in the body. Then it causes the goiter, and the certain things that needs to remember is the slowing down of the heartbeat and energy production. Next is the hyperthyroidism. Hyper mean high. Thyroidism in which the thyroxine gland is producing in excess amount. Hyperthyroidism is caused by overproduction of thyroxine, right? Its symptoms are here, you know, this is a disease, Graves' disease. It is also caused by the excess production of this thyroxine hormone. So it is known as the hyperthyroidism condition. Its symptoms are increase in energy production, the energy production increase in your body, increased heartbeat. Yes, it also increase the heartbeat, frequent sweating and shivering of hands. These certain things that take place in hyperthyroidism. And what is hyperthyroidism? Excess production of thyroid gland, and the thyroid gland secreting a hormone that is the thyroxine hormone. So you can say that hyperthyroidism is excess production of thyroxine that causes the high heartbeat rate and sweating, shivering of hands. Next to it is the one thing more I need to tell you about the thyroid gland, one hormone. This is the calcitonin. Fine. This is another hormone of the thyroid gland. One was the thyroxine, fine, and this is other one, calcitonin. It decreases the level of calcium, and you can say that to increase bone calcium, like it increases the calcium level in the bones, right? In your body, there is blood and bone. But in bone, the calcium level increases by this calcitonin. And to decrease blood calcium level, it's mean what it do. Calcitonin's function to deposit calcium from blood to the bone. Hence, it increase bone calcium, it stronger your bones, right? But it decrease the calcium level of blood. Clear? If clear, then please let me know.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So it was all about the thyroid glands. Thyroid glands, you can say that they're present in the neck region. They produce one hormone called the thyroxine. Fine. A thyroxine, if this hormone is not, if the thyroid glands are not functioning properly, why? Because we are having less amount of iodine in our diet. It causes the goiter disease, in which the enlargement of thyroid glands take place because less production of thyroxine. That thyroxine is not producing there. Fine. This is a disease known as the goiter. Here I showed you. Fine. This is the disease in which no thyroxine because of iodine deficiency, and hence enlargement of thyroid glands. This disease is called the goiter. Two other conditions, hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism. Hypo mean underproduction of thyroxine hormone, right? And if there is underproduction, it causes the less energy production and slowing down of the heartbeat. And if the production of thyroxine is greater, then it causes the high heartbeat, frequent sweating and shivering of hands, and high energy production in the body. Clear? Next thing, there is another hormone, calcitonin, which is responsible to deposit calcium from blood into the bone. It means it harden your bones, right? But it decrease the blood calcium level. You need to remember these two functions because these are related to other glands, so you need to remember them. I will tell you there. Now, let's discuss about the parathyroid glands. These are 4 glands. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the 4 glands situated on the posterior side of the thyroid glands. These are present on the posterior side of the thyroid glands. Like these are the thyroid glands. They are present in the posterior side of this its backside. So this hormone is present on the posterior side of the thyroid glands. Fine. They produce a hormone known as a parathormone. Yes, it is also producing, the parathyroid glands are producing hormone called the parathormone. Parathyroid hormone is here. This is the parathormone. It increases the level of calcium ions in the blood. Okay. Now tell me, what was the function of the calcitonin? You remember? That decreases the calcium in blood and promotes the calcium in bones, right? But it is opposite of calcitonin. The parathormone works oppositely, right? What it do? It increases the level of calcium ions in the blood. It's mean the parathormone is responsible to increase calcium level in the blood. Where there increased production of parathormone, more than normal calcium salts are absorbed from the bones and added to the blood. Fine. You can see here, this is a disease because of parathyroid glands, the parathormone, the rickets. You can see this is the bone disease, the soft bone. Rickets, what happened? It is a disease characterized mainly by bone deformities because the bone's calcium level becomes low. Why? Because parathormone absorb calcium from bones into the blood. The disease of children sets in about 6 months of life. Characteristics feature deformed bones, thick wrists and ankles, retarded growth, and hence the growth doesn't take place here. Is it clear? The parathormone function and the calcitonin function, they are working antagonistically.
Yes, ma'am.
Shahab, you are going to answer me. What is the function of the
Yes,
calcitonin hormone? It increases the calcium level in blood or in bone. Function of calcitonin. Please let me know. Tell me, hurry up. Shahab, are you there? If you are in the class, why are you not responding? Anybody else can answer for this question?
In bones.
Very good. Okay, see the next. Osteomalacia is another disease that is caused by the parathormone, right? And what is parathormone function? It increases the level of calcium ions in blood, like it is depositing calcium from bones into the blood. And osteomalacia, actually it is the same thing like rickets, but it happens mostly in the elders, while the rickets take place in the childs, right? This is due to inadequate absorption of calcium due to deficiency of vitamin D and calcium in the diet. The disease is limited to females, usually appear after multiple pregnancies and lactations. Next, it is the adrenal glands. Okay, one thing more I need to tell you about the parathyroid glands. When there is increased production of parathormone, more than normal calcium salts are absorbed from bones and added to the blood. Okay. Consequently, what happens? The bone becomes brittle. It becomes very soft. If there is a deficiency in the production of parathormone, blood calcium level falls. It leads to tetany, which affects the functioning of the muscles. So tetany is marked by a sharp flexion of wrist and ankle joints. Okay. It is due to the decreased blood calcium level, which makes the nerves and muscles more excitable. Got it? Next, it is
Yes.
the adrenal glands. What are the adrenal glands? Adrenal, you know, it is related to the kidney. If you remember your second lesson, that was about the kidney. So you can see here the hormones or the glands, these are the glands which are present on the kidney, are called the adrenal glands. Do you remember the structure of the kidney? The outermost was the cortex. Inside of the cortex was the medulla. Remember?
Yes.
It's mean the glands which are present on cortex will be different from the glands which will be present on the medulla. Okay? So, kidney is having two types of gland. One is the adrenal cortex gland and other is the adrenal medulla glands. Fine? Medulla and cortex glands will be different. Let's see them. The two glands. One is known as the epinephrine that is present on the cortex. So what is the hormone which is present on the cortex? Name it. It is adrenaline or epinephrine. The hormone which is secreted by cortex, adrenal cortex, is called the epinephrine or adrenaline. What is the function of adrenaline? Here, that is present in the cortex region. This gland is producing one hormone, adrenaline. What's the function? Is response to stress. It prepares our body to overcome emergency situation. Therefore, adrenaline is also termed as emergency hormone. Like if you're in your body, if there is any emergency condition, with that emergency condition, the cortex containing one hormone known as the adrenaline, it functions for that stress and that emergency condition. Clear? Other is the medulla part. It is also having one, it also secretes one hormone, and that hormone name is the corticosteroid. Sorry, I told you about the medulla, that I have discussed adrenaline. Adrenaline is secreted by the medulla that deals with the emergency condition. Now come towards the cortex. Cortex secrete a hormone known as a corticosteroid. Its name is showing cortex producing corticosteroids, okay, which maintains the balance of salt and water in the body. You know about the kidney. Kidney is also establishing homeostasis, salts and water balance in the body. In the same way, the cortex containing the corticosteroid hormone, which functions for the maintenance of salt and ions in the and water in the body or blood. Clear these two glands? Cortex gland, medulla gland secrete two hormones, corticosteroid and epinephrine or adrenaline. Is it clear? If it's not, let me know, please, so I could repeat it. Alishwa, Abdul Manan, Fatma, answer me. The mic is filling with water, but I am inaudible to you, students. I can't hear you. Okay, next to it is another gland, that is pancreas. Pancreas is known as the gland which act as both. It work as endocrine glands and exocrine glands. Endocrine glands were those secreting the secretions in a proper endocrine, yes, in proper ducts, and those who were secreting the secretions in open surface area, that were known as the exocrine glands. So the pancreas is one that is functioning for both. It is working as endocrine as well as exocrine. Now we are going to see how it works as exocrine gland and how it works as endocrine gland. Okay. The major part of pancreas, if you see, this is the pancreas. Here is the liver. Liver is having one gallbladder, this green color pouch here. Fine. which is producing the what bile juice, fine, from bile juice here into the stomach. And here you can see this is the pancreas, its tail, body, head region, and it also secreting some enzymes in our stomach for the digestion of the different food particles. Okay, which says the major part of pancreas is ducted exocrine. This portion secrete digestive enzymes here. This is the exocrine part because it is secreting what? Enzymes into this intestine for the digestion of the food. Through a duct into a small intestine. Next is some portion of pancreas serve as the ductless endocrine glands. This portion contains groups of endocrine cells referred to as islets of Langerhans. Fine. Islets of Langerhans. These islets of Langerhans secrete hormone insulin. Let me show you. Okay. Here you can see these are the islets of Langerhans, and they are producing two hormones. One is the insulin. This is a hormone produced by the pancreas, insulin, and other is the glucagon. Fine. So these are the two hormones, glucagon and insulin by the pancreas. What is their function? Glucagon influences the liver to release glucose in blood, and so the blood glucose concentration rises. Glucagon, as its name is showing, glucose. It is increasing the glucose level in the blood, right? And insulin influences it. Let's suppose that if your body, if in your body the glucose level is low, that your sugar level is low, what happened? Glucagon is a hormone comes there and increase the blood sugar level or glucose level. Fine. And what is the function of insulin? Suppose the in your liver the glucose level, in your blood the glucose level is very high, then insulin comes to control that condition, to falls the blood glucose level. So what is the function of insulin and glucagon? Tell me. Insulin is acting in the situation when the blood glucose level is very high, right? Insulin will come and control the blood glucose level and it falls it, right? But when glucagon and work, when the glucose concentration is low, at that time glucagon raises the concentration of glucose in the blood. Is it clear? Are you there, students? I don't know why can't I hear you. Okay, let me tell you one condition, diabetes mellitus. What happened when sometimes if a person pancreas does not make normal quantity of insulin, fine, the blood glucose concentration rises and we say that the person has diabetes mellitus, which says that sugar patient. Person with diabetes have loss of body weight, weakening of muscles and tiredness. The disease can be controlled by insulin administration. This is all about the pancreas. Any question here? If you have any question, just raise your hand. Okay, let's see it on carbohydrate metabolism. Insulin increases the glucose entry into the most of the body cells. Insulin produce hypoglycemia. These are the other functions not related with you, students. So let them. If you have any question, please raise your hand. And if you are okay with it, then no need to raise the hand. Okay, here our lesson is end.